we're first going to lock in with Derek Fisher, as he himself has a lot of experience with the executive side of being in the NBA, as well as some of their global ambitions, as he was one of the ambassadors when they went to the Middle East. He gave great insights to some of the ambitions of the league, as well as them trying to tap into that sovereign money, that endless amount of sovereign money. Like I said, this play is much bigger than just basketball. Some of the countries with deep pockets are trying to rebrand themselves globally, and they're looking for people as well as entities with a lot of cultural cachet that will rebrand the image of their country. You guys check out Derek Fisher as he spoke on some of these dynamics, and every once in a while, I'll check in.
I'm not an employee of the NBA, but for the last 2 to 3 years, I've served as one of the senior directors for the basketball portion of the draft combine. And the NBA has these barnstorming trips abroad to grow the game, which is how I ended up in Abu Dhabi making the trip. We had some anxiety, never having been to the region. How are they going to treat women? Do women have to bow their heads, look down, not make eye contact?
That right there is part of the rebranding. Those countries want to change that image, that thought, that first thought in your head. Oh, when I travel there, what if this and that? I heard this and that. They want to change people's thought processes around the world, and they have the deep pockets to make that happen.
You have to wear the traditional garb, but it was a very normal daily experience. In terms of the game and the fans and the people, it was very much like a game at home. Fans with jerseys on of the teams that they love to support. It was the Celtics versus the Nuggets, so there were a lot of Celtics fans there, which was not necessarily easy for me to sit through the whole time. But to me, what stood out was the amount of young people that got a chance to experience NBA basketball. It's not just about bringing a basketball game. There are longer-term visions and plans. There is a strong belief, as evidenced in the United States and other markets, like you can build entire downtown communities around sport. It's a socio-economic growth engine like no other.
Once again, like I said, there's a lot of geopolitics that's into play in this story. And with geopolitics come a lot of money. Make no mistake about that.
The NBA is continuing to test and focus group what NBA basketball would be like in countries outside of the United States, who are the right partners from a marketing perspective and investment perspective. What is the fan base like? What are people reacting to? Who bought tickets? Who downloaded the NBA app? The NBA is also reminding people or introducing people to why the game of basketball is so special. Basketball represents what America has historically been, right? Like so many men and women, girls and boys on the court from all walks of life. Some that didn't know where they were going to eat when they were 12 years old. Some that were homeless. Some that went to private school. Some that went to public school. It's all universal. And then, of course, the background of guys, best players in the world are from France and Serbia and Slovenia and all these global places. And so little kids in Abu Dhabi can dream to be there one day.
AKA, sports is the perfect marketing tool. Man, and LeBron James and Maverick Carter, they have an opportunity to tap into that. So that's why I alluded to before in the segment, Stephen A. Smith saying NBA ownership is the pinnacle for a guy like LeBron. And when you see dynamics that are playing out globally like this, how does the NBA react when one of their mega stars will have this kind of opportunity? These dynamics have never been presented before. And history has shown us the NBA does not react well to competition. They either try to squeeze you out or they try to buy you out.
It will be important not to build it in a way where it's constantly being compared to the NBA. We don't necessarily need a 20,000 seat arena for an NBA Abu Dhabi, an NBA Africa. Like, create a different experience for fans, create a more intimate environment, be as innovative as possible so the experience is unique, but you still understand it's NBA basketball.
And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beautiful thing. Any NBA exhibition games or even regular season games that are being played out there, it doesn't have to be perfect. The interests are already there. The technology supports it. And the NBA, as well as LeBron James, most importantly, have the cultural cachet that they need. Once again, the Qatar World Cup was proof of concept that you could put on a massive global event in the Middle East and it be successful.